Hello, my baby. Yeah. Hey mums, welcome back. I am finally able to use my camera to film because my mum did bring in my computer today so I can actually edit. It's really dark in here though, so I'm actually using my phone as a bit of a spotlight to try and make it so you can actually see me. You'll notice that I probably look a little bit better today, and that's because my contractions have actually somewhat slowed down now. And we did get a little bit of good news this morning, so my placenta results came back and there's no detachment or anything like that, which is awesome. But they are questioning whether or not I have an infection because I do still have quite a significant amount of pain and cramping, and it is interrupting my sleep, but also how I feel during the day. Basically feels like I have my period constantly and it's quite horrible. So I had to send some swabs away this morning and a urine test to see if I have an infection so that they can determine if I need to have some antibiotics, and if I do need those then I won't find out for 48 hours and they'll have to give that to me probably in a drip, I'd imagine, because they need to get on top of it to make sure that I don't get an infection in my uterus. So we did run into an issue this morning with baby's CTG and their heart rate and their movements, and we've figured out now after it happening a few times that it must be baby having a reaction to some of the medications that I'm having, because they are obviously making them work harder for their oxygen and also very sleepy. So I'm having to space out my pain relief a little bit more, and I'm still only having a child's dose of a sleeping tablet at the moment because otherwise it's just too much for baby to handle in their system, and I don't want to be making anything harder because we're still obviously waiting to see if baby's brain stabilizes with their oxygen levels and blood flow and all of that in a scan on Monday. So I didn't have any ultrasounds done today, just the internal swabs for the infection, and Monday I'm going to have a bedside scan just to check on baby, check their brain, check all of that, and just make sure that baby's still healthy and growing fine. They are unsure if the bleeding that I was having was coming from my placenta as like a minor bleed, or if it was coming from where I could possibly have an infection, if maybe they have like grazed my cervix when doing my checks maybe. So we're still yet to kind of figure that out, but for now there's no bleeding, which is good. I have still been losing lots of my mucus plugs, so that is a little bit of a concern when it comes to if I have an infection, because obviously the mucus plug does stop baby from getting any infections like in my uterus and stuff like that. So we're still not completely in the clear, because obviously we need to get on top of whatever my pain is and make sure that I don't have any infections or anything like that, just to keep us away from the chances of having baby early. So given that my blood test came back okay and my contractions are starting to be controlled a little bit better with the different medications that they're giving me, it means that the doctor is a little bit more hopeful that they will be able to keep baby in until Monday and possibly even the week after. So it's looking more like we may make it to 37 weeks, which is really good news because that'll be awesome for baby's lungs. However, I can't go home at this point because obviously even just walking too far can set off my contractions, and I'm still quite irritated, and my uterus isn't like fixed or anything like that. It's just currently being preserved and managed. So I'm still going to be in here for a while, probably still until baby is born. But the good news is at least that I don't have to cross my legs so hard, because baby is going to be hanging out there for a little bit longer, which is really good news. So Hunter did come in and visit me today, and it does really suck not being home with him, but I can tell that he's definitely coping a lot better at the moment, having had a little bit more routine back in, but also having mum down here to help out. He just seems a little bit more settled. He did have a little bit of a cry on the phone when he heard me this morning, which is really hard obviously because I'm not usually away from him, but I know that I just need to be here at the moment, and there will come a time when I'll be able to have both my babies at the same time. So last night was a bit of a difficult night. I didn't really get much sleep. I was in quite a lot of pain, and I did have quite a horrible midwife who basically didn't even say hello to me, told me to get my own heat packs, grabbed my dinner tray without even looking at me, and walked out, and just a heap of stuff just wasn't really overly nice. And it did bring back a lot of memories of another experience that I had on a maternity ward, and that was really difficult because it's really hard when like you're in a lot of pain and you're like trying to deal with all of that, plus all the mental side of like understanding what's happening and going on. And then on top of that, we had a lady in the bed next to me who stayed up talking to her husband until like 2 o'clock in the morning, so I couldn't sleep. So at 2 o'clock I got given a sleeping tablet, and 3:30 and 5 o'clock I woke up in so much pain. And then 5:30 I got woken up because the construction workers decided to start drilling into the side of the wall outside my window, and it full set off my chest. I had so much chest pain and anxiety, and I was like freaking out, and they gave me some earplugs, but that was really rough. So I'm so exhausted now because I haven't had a good night's sleep. So hopefully tonight, now that it's just me in this room, I should actually be able to get some sleep. It is really difficult knowing that I probably won't get to like just hang out with Hunter like a normal day or anything like that before baby is born. But you know, I'm just grateful that we don't already have our baby here, because that would just be a whole lot of other issues trying to deal with NICU this early on, and at least it's giving them more time to grow and develop their lungs and all of that. So I just wanted to say a big thank you to all of you who have been watching these updates, leaving me comments, following my Instagram. It's really nice to have all of the support, especially because a lot of you know that it's only our parents and siblings who actually know that we are even expecting a baby, because we still haven't actually announced it to our family and won't be until they're born. So I really appreciate all of the support that I'm getting from you guys, and I do plan to keep doing all of these updates while I'm still in hospital, because as you guys have seen, so much changes day to day, and today could be a good day and tomorrow could be a terrible day. We just don't know what's happening at the moment. So for those of you who are following our journey and stuff, thank you so much for that. Make sure that you have subscribed and hit the notification bell so that you can find out when I update a new video, because I don't have scheduled times for these to go up at the moment. It's just kind of whenever I get a chance to film them. There's still going to be a scheduled upload every Monday and Friday at the moment, because they're already pre-filmed, so they'll be up there. But as for my daily updates, they're just going to be whenever I get the chance to upload. So that's about it for today. They're still doing 2 CTGs a day to track baby, so I'll have another one soon. And then I think I'm just going to try and get some sleep, because I just have not been feeling the best today. Even though my contractions are down, I definitely still feel quite unwell. So I will update you guys tomorrow on what's happening. The doctors are going to come back in the morning, and hopefully they will have some more to say about some things, but we're not going to know too much more until we get these infection swabs back. So, and one last thing before I go, because I just realized that I haven't even shown you guys, but my belly has actually dropped, and I thought I'd show you where it's up to. So that's currently where we are up to. I hope to see you guys in the next video.